You're welcome to another edition on your darling station, Honorable TV, where we are talking about our environment and health sector across the globe. My name is Bello Omotude, your anchor, and you know how we do it on Honorable TV, where we bring personalities to your view every edition that we come your way. And today, I am in the office of the man we call the doctor himself, but he is a great health personnel. We call him Dr. CYRIL. AKINYELE is with us this morning in the heart of Ifakoijayi local government. That's the health, the HOD, Environment and Health Service in Ifakoijayi, and we'll be taking us around the coming flood and the preparation ahead of it in Ifakoijayi. Good morning, Dr. CYRIL.
Good morning, sir.
It's a pleasure having you on our show this morning.
Thank you very much.
Yes, to get into the business of the day, Dr. CYRIL, can you please give us a little introduction about yourself?
Thank you very much. I'm Sanitarian Dr. CYRIL AKINYELE. I'm the Director for Environmental Health in the Ifakoijayi local government of the Primary Care Board, the second year by the Primary Care Board, and as well the State President of Environmental Health Officers Association of Nigeria. I'm a fellow of West African Postgraduate College of Environmental Health. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You can see we have a big fish for you this episode, where we have a man of many honors and dignitaries, and he has really studied deep into our discussion of today, and that is talking about health. Dr. CYRIL, we also have areas at the upper side. There's a Uyemekun, Dada, and the likes. What is the plan for the drainage in that environment, most especially Dada streets?
Last year we desilted Dada, and because of the attitude and ways of our people on environment, we believe the environment is for all. We can do whatever we like in the environment. People have dumped again. Dada has been scheduled for the next 2 weeks, next month, that's September, to desilt these areas that we have. They've been listed, and approval has been given by his honorable chairman of our local government, who is working to make sure that Ifakoijayi is clean and healthy. So Dada is one of those areas that we just did some last week, and some are coming up again to be done by next month. So we are going to desilt Dada and some adjoining Dada. We have found that it links to other areas, so that there will not be backflow of wastewater.
Thank you very much. You've just been giving us this information that areas have been desilted and moved around. Thank you very much. But we realize that there are some of the workers, once they do the drainage removal, they dump it by the side, and if another rain comes again, it drives them back. I don't know what training have been given to those staffs that are working, that's the Ministry of Works, that are really taking out the dumps, and how immediate they can move away. Because for sometimes I drive around in Ifakoijayi, I realize that those dumps around the drainages even narrows the road usage, because some private users will not want to split their vehicle into that. What is the plan towards that?
First and foremost, let me correct it. It is not Ministry of Works that does that. At the state level, the drainage department is responsible for that under the Ministry of Environment. Secondly, I want to say this: within the local government, you might find that, but it is not intentional. It is technical. Immediately you remove the silt, you can't load it away. You allow it to drain. If you don't allow the water to drain off, it's going to affect the vehicle, and it's going to be too heavy for the vehicle to cut away. So when we are cutting away, we allow it to drain. That's why you see it The second day, they will now started cutting it, loading it. Immediately they remove it, you cannot remove and pack. You remove and drain the water. When they drain, you cannot be seeing it permanently there. For some time, you also see people say, they just pack this thing out, they are not cutting it away. But if you can see the second day, it will have been cutted away. Because it must get drained, the water must get drained before they can cut away the remains.
Thank you very much. From our research, we know the planting of trees has also been of great help to climate and the environment entirely. Yeah. What is the plan of Ifakojaye in tree planting, and also how do we encourage people around to emulate that tree planting in Ifakojaye?
Thank you very much, the uncle. Tree planting is not for all. It's not primarily for aesthetics. It is for environmental sustainability. Tree planting, if you know, where we get our oxygen from plants. What they exhale is what we inhale. What we exhale is what they inhale, as well as pollutants. The pollutants being released into the environment through the anthropogenic activities, which we refer to as human activities, they absorb it. When it is not, when we don't have enough plants around, that's why we feel this temperature very high heats. It is this carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide they absorb for their own growth. That is the essence of planting these trees, and they releases oxygen for our own sustenance as human beings. Now, we Ifakojaye in the last years have planted a lot of trees, and what we need from the members of community, streets, CDAs, is to cultivate a habit of street by street planting of trees. In your very home, when you have space, plant a tree. If you look at it, when you sit under a tree, it's very cool, more relaxing, fresh air. They are releasing that to you. Immediately you step out under that tree, you feel heat. Because there's climate change. The temperature is very hot. But what they are releasing is like you sitting inside an air-conditioned room. Immediately you step out of the air conditioner, you feel heat. So planting tree is giving you a healthy living, because the oxygen that we release, and they will going to absorb the carbon dioxide and other pollutants. So we are appealing to Ifakojaye residents and LAGOSIAN'S as a whole that we should plant it. We should not cut tree. You cut a tree, you cut a life.
Cut a tree, cut a life. I am very sure you have really gotten something from what Dr. CYRIL has been taking us around the world of health and environment around Ifako and Lagos as a whole. He has told us that there will be flood. He has given us the assurance that it will not be because of the proactive measures that the association and the Ministry of Health and Environment have really put in place.
And in Ifakojaye in particular.
In Ifakojaye, I actually want to remain in your constituency.
Yeah.
I have, what are those measures that you think we can cultivate in Ifakojaye that can be a day-to-day activity of the very, like in the markets, they have a Thursday environmental sanitation day. The community itself, so that our drainages will be free. You can see if you are going towards Obawale, you can see what the flood in that area did to the road some years back, though the local government is really working on that. But how can we be preemptive ahead of the coming?
What we expect to do is to cultivate the habit of cleaning the environment every day, disinfecting your drainages that pass through your various homes every day. If it is only going to be on Saturdays, you make sure you clean up your drainage and pack away the silt away to a very good dump site that you can see dump it. And as well, you should desist. Members of the community desist from indiscriminate dumping of refuse. And this habit of throwaway syndrome, there's something we call throwaway syndrome.
Please, can you take us through it, sir?
Thank you very much. Because throwaway syndrome is one of the major problems in the free flow of water in our drainages and aesthetics of environment of our drainages and leading to problem of ill health. Me and you will be inside vehicle. Me and you will be walking along the street. Excuse me, can you get me a petty bottle of Coke there? Immediately I drink that Coke as I'm going, I throw it down. Inside the vehicle, after finishing sachet of water from the window to the main road. Somebody is just going, after eating the waste nylon that you are used to wrap your maize that you just eating and the maize, you drop it. All this thing will come through a syndrome. It has become a syndrome. It has become a syndrome. You see a very beautiful learned person throwing something from the window. He said, I don't want my cat to be dirty, but you want the environment to be dirty. So it's become a syndrome. We are trying to change that syndromatic problem to a positive one. Hold your waste. When you get to see where you have a waste bin, drop it there. In your vehicle, put it inside your car. When you get to put it inside your waste bin. If you all cultivate that habit, we are going to have a very free-flowing drainages, a very neat environment, devoid of disease. I always ask people, you travel abroad, you travel to UK, you travel to US. When you get there, that syndrome gets seized. Because you got to see an environment that is clean. But because you see you are holding yours, somebody is dropping it, come and let me join them, somebody just drop it. That is syndrome. Something that affects others.
Something that affects others. And we are taking it back to you, the listeners, and you've heard it from Dr. CYRIL himself saying that the syndrome, drop it all syndrome, needs to stop in our environment. And if you are fond of that habit, yes, we need to really get back and learn the new ways of doing things. Just the way I just said it. When they are traveling out, we block it, and when we are back in this country, we cultivate such habits again, which is a bad one, and it's not good for our environment, it's not good for our country, it's not good for our own health, and we need to stop it. Dr. CYRIL, we know you are a very busy person, and we just want to quickly wrap up and look at towards getting those drainages that are not covered. You know, during floods like that, it's a dangerous thing whereby people will march where they are not meant to step on and they fall into the drainage. Can we have some, let me use that as an example. Most of their drainages don't have the covered culverts. What is the plan of the environmental?
Thank you very much. What we're trying to do is to sensitize the city. It is not compulsory to cover drainage.
Okay.
Some drainages are open drainage. Some are covered drainage. It depends on the architectural design of that drainage. Now, the CDA, which from the community, we are trying to sensitize, know your environment. When it is flooding, you are not expected to move out. Stay indoor for that level, for that flash flood or the flood to go down. And meanwhile, in various areas, we've identified that, and we are trying to incorporate not everything that government does, but governments carry people along to know what they expected to do. It's a very good one you are doing to our members of the public. We try to identify drainages. This drainage is open drainage. Signal, signs will be there. So we are appealing to the CDC to have a signal within that area that we know that is always flooding or flash floods, that along area we have open drains. Just at the beginning of the street and at the end of the street. When you have seen it open drainage along this area, when it is flooded like that, you get to know that there is a distance between that drainage. One is here, one is here. When you get to see that is the distance between 100, you know where to pass. But the advice is that immediately it is flooded, stay indoor for the rain to subside.
Thank you very much for really having us, and it's a worthy time hanging out with you on this episode. And on this note, we'll be wrapping up our interview with Dr. CYRIL. He has really educated us. In fact, I am honored to be tutored under his leadership, and we hope when we knock at your door, you will surely open it for us again. Yes, the program is coming up September 9th at Ifakojayi local government, where a lot will be discussed, and we want the CDAs to please come around so that they can as well learn one or two things in the coming days for the flood that we are all expecting in Lagos. Everybody wants to stay in Lagos, and the water table, like let me use the language of Dr. CYRIL, the water table is high, so we need to plan ahead of the flood that is coming. I am Bello Omotide, and I want to say thank you, Dr. CYRIL,
thank you very
for
much.
Really having us.
This having you too.
Thank you very
God bless
much.
you.
We'll be leaving you with some clips around Ifakojayi, where we have seen possible areas that Dr. CYRIL have really touched about, talking about Dada Street, talking about Oyemekun, Orimolade, Opawole, and the likes, and most importantly, the leakage to the secondary drainage that Dr. CYRIL talked about along Agege Road, so that when you are driving, you surely understand the way to go by. The signage, like Dr. CYRIL said, will be up in areas, and we hope you follow the signage. Don't break laws. Let us learn to clean our environment. Have a wonderful time.